Hi, my name is David Lee. I'm a Wellington City Councillor. I have two portfolios. The first is climate change and the other is technology, innovation and enterprise. I first met Eric probably about three and a half years ago. He was part of the low carbon challenge. That was an initiative kicked off by Wellington City Council to look at initiatives to either reduce emissions or around adaptation type planning. He was one of the big success stories of the climate change challenge, and I've been following his journey for pretty much for the last 3.5 years. He's been a real stayer in terms of perseverance with his concept and rolling it out here in Wellington City. And Mevo and Eric being a real success story of our first climate change challenge, he's been a real mentor and a role model for successive teams in what is now been rebranded as the low carbon challenge. So he's been coming back to our launch events and been a real mentor to the other teams participating in this challenge. The best advice for your startup is to connect to other successful startups. Partnerships is essential. You cannot do it alone. Connect with the City Council, of course, other like-minded people, and with the business sector, who are very valuable in terms of providing mentoring and your Dragon's Den type of assessment of your proposal. So what we're looking for in terms of a startup is a very strong team. It has to be very cohesive, and that you have to do your homework. You have to look at your product, who is your target market, who you're partnering up with, and you also need your crowd. And your crowd is your supporters, and it could be in terms of energy, resources and financial support. Wellington City Council is very happy to support or match fund certain startup projects, but you have to do your homework. You have to get your idea to a venture capital ready state. And just as a bit of support for the startup type community, in this next long-term plan, I actually want to put up a recommendation to change our city growth fund, which is almost $3 million, to target your startup type community. So I think if we rebrand or reframe this economic growth fund to target your innovation and your startup community, I think we could actually make Wellington the place to kick off your next trade me zero.